today we have Jay from State Farm.
Jay couldn't make it today, but I'm here to take his place.
All right, you guys, this is Brennan, my very good friend. This is not like a promotion video whatsoever. It's actually, we met because I needed insurance for my ring, and we got introduced by actually one of my clients, right? Yeah, that was a while ago. So ever since then, I'm like, okay, this is the guy. I sent all my clients to him for insurance. So, okay, I did a video a couple weeks ago about a girl who was crying because her center stone fell out after what, like a year and a half of a wear. And so she was in distress, and she raised a really good, actually question for me was like, okay, warranty versus insurance. A lot of people, when they buy jewelry, they're like, oh, what's your warranty? And they think that that's insurance.
Yeah.
And so today I really want to address that because I am not an insurance agent. And in my previous video, I said, don't get a nose job from your dentist. So basically in this video, I want to say, don't buy insurance from a jeweler, buy it from an insurance agent. So I have some questions I prepared here. Let's just go through the basics, right? I have a ring. I just bought this amazing ring. I'm going to propose to you or her. So how do I protect what I just bought? Walk us through that.
Of course. So this is something that I deal with on a day-to-day basis. You know, many of my clients, they get this beautiful diamond ring, oftentimes from Bonnie.
Yes,
and they want to make sure that this investment is well protected.
Right.
So what you want to do is you want to talk to an insurance agent like myself, make sure that you get what's called a personal article policy. And
personal article policies.
Yeah.
Okay. How does that different than, let's say, oh, let me put on my homeowners, or is that a thing? Like it's individual or is it bundled? How does that go?
So I can't speak for every insurance company, but the way State Farm does it, and I actually prefer it this way, is that it's separate from your homeowner's policy.
Separate.
Yep.
Okay.
So completely separate. Some companies I know that they add it as a rider to your current home policy.
Mm-hmm. They think you're getting a deal for like bundling, because on TV there was like, yeah, bundle, you get a discount. I wanna know. So you like it separate for a reason, obviously. So tell us why.
So two main reasons. One big reason is that the deductible will then be separate from your home insurance, and you get to choose something different from your home.
Okay.
Okay. And then the second one is that if you have a claim, let's say you lose the ring or it gets stolen, if you have a claim, it won't affect your home insurance because it's on a totally separate policy.
Okay, because if you then claim it, then your overall home insurance goes up, then that's not really what we want.
Yeah.
It's like car, like you get into an accident and then your insurance goes up.
Yeah.
So you want to separate that. Do you guys hear that? That's a very important point.
Separate claims record.
So the second question that we have is, how do we actually get insurance? Like what if I say, okay, hey, hi Brandon, I need an insurance. What information do I have to submit to get this?
Sure. So it's actually a very simple process. I would need a photo of the ring or jewelry that you're looking to appraise, and then of course the appraisal or bill of sale that basically gives a breakdown and description of the exact specifications and description.
Appraisal or bill of sale.
Yep.
Okay, that's good to know. So you can do either or. And then I often see this term on, we use that on appraisals. It's like you'll see big box retailer, let's say, give a ridiculously high amount of appraisal value, let's say double or triple what you paid for. And then you have insurance replacement value, which is a little bit different. So can you give us insight on which one? Because a lot of times people buy, super high appraised value, but it's not actually worth the amount, right? Can you talk to us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so a lot of these big box retailers, they want to make their clients feel good by saying, hey, your ring is at this high appraised value, but you got it for this much lower cost. But then when it comes to insurance and replacing the ring, they kind of want to put a disclaimer in there, hey, this is actually how much it costs to replace it.
Oh, in the fine prints, you guys, read the fine prints or actually go to someone that doesn't have this trick. But yes, go on.
Yeah, so when it comes to actually insuring your ring, yes, we can use the appraised value, but then at that point you might be over-insuring your jewelry.
Over-insurance, so paying more than what you should be paying yearly, so which is like incurring a higher premium. And I tell that to my clients all the time. It's like, you want me to insure it for higher, but you actually end up paying a much higher premium every month. Is that right?
Yeah, so of course insurance is going to be based off of how much we're insuring the ring for. and we want to insure it for the correct amount, not too little, not too much.
The one burning question that I have is, if I bought this ring, right? Because let's say we have, nowadays there's a lot of lab grown and natural diamonds. So I have a few questions for you. So question number one is, if I insure this diamond, let's say I bought it for 10,000, 5 years from now, it goes up in value or it goes down in value. So obviously if it goes up, if I didn't give you an updated appraisal, would it still insure for current market value even if it went up? And then my second follow-up question is, if it went down, what happens then? Because there's a lot of natural versus lab grown going on, and a lot of lab diamonds the prices have been falling over the years. So if you've insured a lab diamond, let's say 2 years ago for 10K, it's now worth 5K. How does that change my premium, and how does that work?
Okay, so the way it works is many companies, when you first insure your ring or jewelry, you're insuring it at a certain value. Let's just say $50,000.
Okay.
Right? And then that's it. If you don't ever update the policy and go back and increase or decrease the coverage, it's going to sit at that point. And if something happens, hope that 50,000 is enough, right?
Ooh,
Hope and
okay.
pray.
So updated appraisal is actually very important.
It is important.
How many years? Every how many years would you say?
It's going to vary. Now, of course, Bonnie's going to know more about ring
value
and values versus me. But I would say it's important to meet with your insurance agent and review at least every other year.
Every other year. Wow, that's important information.
And if you don't have an insurance agent, get one.
Yes.
But State Farm's policy, we actually have an optional inflation guard on the policy.
Inflation guard. Okay.
Yep.
So tell us about that.
So we know that insurance isn't top of mind for a lot of people. And what you can do is, when we set up the policy for you, every year when your policy renews on your ring, let's say you start off with a $50,000 value ring. The following year, we may increase the coverage on that automatically from 50,000 to, let's say, 53,000, 54,000. Going up. Just to pace for inflation, because we know that as it trends, usually diamonds and rings tend to go up in value.
Yeah, and so that's applicable for, let's say, the natural diamond and the mounting of it. So let's address lab diamond, because this is something that a lot of my clients are interested in nowadays with the new introduction of that. And like I mentioned, the prices of that is going down over time. So if you bought one a year ago, 2 years ago, and the prices went down, so what happens now? So
whatever we're insuring your ring for, right, that's going to be the maximum that the insurance company would pay out to replace or repair your ring.
Maximum. So if I insure for 10K, that's the maximum. And then if the value went down?
It's just our key priority when it comes to if there's an insurance claim is to replace your jewelry or your ring with the exact same specifications and quality that you first had, right? So if you got a
same specs.
By Bonnie ring, with a certain cut, color, clarity,
DEF color,
whatever, we want to get you back that same exact ring. That's the priority. Every once in a while, we may not be able to find you the exact same ring, but we're gonna do our best, and that's kind of the priority versus just issuing you a check and telling you to go away.
I see. Okay, so to help the client get to that ring. So, but then that's, in my opinion, really my job. So then are you taking my job away from me, Jake from State Farm?
We're not taking away your job, right? So of course the client has the option to go to somebody like Bonnie.
Okay, so you do have an option.
Say, hey, my ring was insured, it got stolen. Bonnie, work with Brandon to get me a ring of the same exact specifications, and we'll go from there. Or if you think it's time for an upgrade, right, then State Farm will help determine what the market value of the ring was at that point, and then you take care of the difference.
I see. Okay, that's good to know. So what does insurance actually cover? So going back to the video by Hillary, thinking that warranty is insurance. So from my experience as a jeweler, majority of jewelers do not insure center stones for the customer. So we ensure that the ring is in perfect condition, 100% secure before you walk out. So anything that happens to the center stone and all that, it flies out, you broke it, you drove a car over it. So what does jewelry insurance actually cover?
So jewelry insurance, at least the personal articles policy with State Farm, actually it's very broad coverage. So first off, the number one question that I get a lot from clients is it worldwide coverage, right?
Worldwide. So we want to check if you travel, what happens if you're in Mexico or Asia, wherever, and you lose your ring.
Yeah. You know, I have a lot of people coming to me. I'm planning a proposal in, you know, Hawaii or Asia somewhere.
Right.
I want to make sure it's covered. And
before you take on that flight.
Yep.
So if
before
you don't lose it in TSA or whatever.
Yeah, don't call me after you get there. Call me, you know, before you get there.
Before.
And it does cover worldwide.
Okay.
So when I say broad coverage, it basically covers almost everything except you intentionally, you know, throwing or damaging the ring.
Prying it open and.
So if you lose it, if you misplace it, if it gets stolen,
lose it, misplace or lost, stolen, theft, breaking for accidentally slam the car door
and the center stone falls out. Any of that stuff, it's all covered.
So sadly, if Hillary has gotten insurance properly, if the store actually told her, hey, this is a warranty for the mounting and not the center stone, she would have been able to protect something that she bought so expensive and get it replaced.
Yeah. I had a chance to watch your video on Hillary, and you know, just a sad story all around. But if she had gotten a proper you know, policy, it would have taken care of replacing that center stone.
Or just normalize good quality jewelry to begin with. Because I mean, knock on wood, in my career, I haven't had this happen. You know, where it just like randomly comes out. It had to have some type of impact, or the piece was actually not made right to begin with. And I spoke about that in that video. So if you're interested to find out the details, make sure you watch that. So last but not least, we talked about the process. We know now, you told us, which is great. But now I'm actually wanting to, let's say, okay, this flies off my finger. Oh, it's gone. I want to actually file a claim. I'm nervous. All this money that I paid to insurance. Why is it better that, let's say, I'm calling you, you're my agent, versus like, oh, let me just call 1-800.
Hate calling an 800 number.
Yes, I hate that. I like the
000
until you get there.
Give me a representative, right?
Yeah, representative. To help you further.
That's the last thing you want to do, spending hours. And you know, if you just lost your ring, you're stressed. The last thing you want to do is deal with that. Right?
Yes, emotionally distress is very much as well.
So, you know, the other solution is, hey, reach out to your agent. You know, regular business hours.
Okay.
And then I'm happy to
but
respond.
then how does the actual claim work? So what paperwork do you submit? How long does it take to get my money to replace the ring?
It's gonna vary, but usually the payout is very quick. So I had one situation recently with a client. You know, devastatingly enough, her neighbor was doing construction on their home, and it caused a fire that burned down her home.
Oh my God, that's awful.
Yeah, it's horrible, and you know, nobody wants to lose their home. And she called me, so we insured her home and her ring.
At the time,
her ring was lost in the fire.
Oh wow!
And the very next day, she got a direct deposit into her bank account with payment for
the very next day.
For the ring. Yep.
Wow! Because it was just like she submitted like what paperwork, like the proof of everything.
She didn't even need paperwork.
Oh wow!
Yeah, because we insure the ring, and we understand that in catastrophes like this, we want to make the client whole again as soon as possible.
Yeah, right? That's important. So it's very easy. You just submit like whatever, or maybe
give my office a call,
and then you
or you can even go on statefarm.com
and
file a claim. It's very easy.
We actually care. You care about your clients. I care about my clients, and that's how we kind of help them feel at ease when they're going through something so important, like, you know, protecting their investment, right? Okay, that's good to know. Well, that's it for today's video for now. I know generally a lot of people have tons of questions, so we'll make it a part 2 maybe. If you have any questions about how to properly insure your ring, what to do when you actually need to file a claim, have questions, make sure you leave them in the comment below, and maybe I'll get Jay from State Farm to come back to answer all of those. So thank you so much, you guys. I'll see you in our next video.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah, bye.